Hello everyone and welcome to the channel, it's the Eradicator, and in this video we'll be talking about Star Citizen Alpha 3.14 and we'll be comparing it to Star Citizen Alpha 3.13, which, let's be honest, was not really the most significant patch ever. In fact, it was actually quite lackluster, and so we will be comparing it with 3.14 and we'll see how 3.14 is going to be more significant than 3.13 in terms of features, but also how impactful those features are going to be compared to what was brought to 3.14. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I've been seeing a lot of people being a little bit sad that a lot of the features scheduled for 3.14 have been postponed, that people say that 3.13 was gutted. Yeah, perhaps it is true, but at the same time, 3.13 is definitely going to be more interesting than 3.13, and I will tell you why after talking about this month's giveaway, guys, because this month I'm giving away a Nova tank. All you have to do, guys, of winning this big boy is to subscribe to my channel and my new channel, The Eradicators, where I have a brand new video about my favorite top 5 upcoming space games. If you want to know which ones made it into the list, the link is in the description down below. And on top of that, you're going to have to answer the giveaway related question I'll be asking later in this video. Also, a big shout out to Dr. Wasteland, Zero Spectre, Dominus Protocol, as well as Tara Sky for becoming my latest Patreons and join button members. You guys should have access to my Discord now, where I'm giving away on Discord a RSI Scorpius with LTI. Good luck to everyone out there. Alright guys, now let's talk about Star Citizen Alpha 3.13 and Alpha 3.14. First, with the locations, in 3.13 we had the refinery stations non-commercial overlays, which is kind of like cosmetic, but it's not really a game changer. We also had the new asteroid systems, the new asteroids from the sensing system, which we only find at the Lagrange points, but unfortunately when you go to the Lagrange points around the moons or the asteroid belts around Yela, you don't find them, which I think is a shame. We also have cave entrances, diving and sinkholes. Quite frankly, I haven't seen any of them so far, so I can't even tell you how they are. That's how not so impactful they have been. Whereas in terms of location, in 3.13 we are having, of course, planet Crusader and the Horizon landing zone. And I've seen that some people think that Horizon is going to be cancelled, or at least not cancelled, but delayed to at least maybe until server meshing is out. I've seen some posts on Twitter. I think that this is not going to be happening. They've been talking about it for such a long time now. People are expecting Crusader, and I think that they are going to take the risk of lowering performance in terms of Starburst ability and still bringing Crusader just because people want to have it, and then they will try to improve it from where they are once it is implemented into the game. That's why I am confident that we will still get to see that planet, even though it is definitely going to have an impact on performance. We should be expecting that, but still it will be the first time, guys, the very first time since 3.8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarters since the last time a new planet has been added into the verse. So that is, in my opinion, a major event for us, the backers. Now, in terms of gameplay, sure, 3.13 is showing 30 entries, whereas 3.14 is only showing 5. In 3.13, you had the mission, the quantum-sensitive delivery missions, and the multi-drop deliveries, which are extremely boring, and they are just between one place to another around the same planet. It's just flying from one place to another, the typical fetch mission. It's not interesting at all. We got the mining subcomponents, which unfortunately go away if you lose your ship, and it includes also if you have a 30k error or if the ship is bugged, so that is also kind of broken. The UI reputation now has a UI, the reputation has a UI, I mean, but it's only with the same entities as in 3.12, so it's just a UI and it's nothing else. The spawn closets were very useful for the Invictus Launch Fleet event, and it is going to be very useful for the next event, so this one is a major advancement, I think. Mountain, because I haven't seen any. Force reaction, I mean, it is useful. I mean, it would be useful if the AI was responsive, but it's not really the case. It's only useful if you're doing PvP right now. And ship names and serial numbers are kind of like bugged. Visual degradation is nice, but it's just cosmetic. It's not really game changing. But we do have, however, the ship ship-to-ship docking and ship-to-station docking. That is also important for the future of the game, especially when we are going to have larger ships like the Hull series. And object push and pull is also a tech that is going to come online that is going to be useful for the future, but not so much right now. So a lot of small little improvements, a few that are going to be important for the future, but nothing really changing apart from the new shields, which are also very useful, because gone are the days where there used to be shield holes. I'm pretty sure the Constellation owners are going to be rejoicing right now. Let's have a look at 3.14 in terms of gameplay, and here this is really big because we've got the power management V2, which is going to bring the capacitors, and this is going to completely change the way we fly ships, especially the way we engage in combat as well. It is going to be to make flying so much more skill-based, and that is really something that I'm looking forward to in 3.14. That is going to be a major game changer in my opinion. Radar scanning and ping is also going to get a much needed improvement, because right now it's kind of like clunky and doesn't work so well, and we don't really understand as well sometimes where things are. So I'm glad that this is also coming up there. We're going to have also improved missiles. The missiles are not going to cheat anymore. They are going to be using the flight models just like the ship. Thank you very much, it's about time. And also the missile operator mode, which is finally going to make multi-crew useful. It's going to make having a co-pilot useful. It's going to give a purpose for the co-pilot while the pilot is more focusing on flying the ship, especially with all those capacitors. The pilots are going to be very busy. If we can delegate some of the work to a co-pilot, that would make it that would improve quality of life for the pilot, and it will make it more fun when we're having multi-crew. I cannot wait for that too. And the Lost System V2 surrender is going to bring pave the way for the future of bounty hunting gameplay. This is also an important one. So there we have it. Far less entries in gameplay, but they are going to be more meaningful and impactful in my opinion. Now, where 3.13 was more interesting was with the ships. Now, sure, when 3.13 was released, we had the Grey Cat Rock and the Taurus Cyclone MT, which, I mean, who cares, right? But eventually, we also had the Nova and the M2 and C2 Hercules from Crusader Industries. These two ships plus the vehicle came with 3.13.1. In 3.14, we are instead having only one vehicle, which is the Rsi Constellation Taurus, which is the cargo variant of the Constellation. A lot of people have been wanting to see it. I was trying to buy one during the event, the fleet launch event. Unfortunately, it's not a military ship, so it was not included in the sale, and I really was sad because it is a Constellation for $150. You can be sure that when it will be there, the price will increase. It will no longer be $150, probably $170, maybe $180. It's not as combat capable as the other ships of the Constellation line, but it is going to have extra capacity. Apparently, people are saying, I've heard that from the devs as well, that the Constellation Taurus is going to make use of the cargo refactor and the new cargo grids as well. So who knows? Maybe this is not on the roadmap yet, but who knows? Maybe we should be expecting as well the very first iteration, the very first work done for the cargo refactor in 3.14 with the implementation of the Constellation Taurus. This is actually a possibility. Another thing that is not in 3.13, we'll be talking about this. It's going to be in core tech because that's pretty much it. We don't have any new weapons, for example, but we don't have any new AI as well. But in terms of core tech here right now, we are having Planetary Volumetric Clouds V1. This is huge, guys. That is really a big deal. It is, of course, a prerequisite for gas giants, not just Crusader, but also Pyro 5, and I think Nyx 3 in the Nyx system as well. Pretty much every gas giant is going to be required those, but not just. It wouldn't be Macrotech without its thick, dangerous, icy clouds as well that we need to have. We need to have the pollution clouds on Hurston too. And why not maybe some artificial rain clouds on Area 18? Every major planet ought to have some volumetric cloud. It is going to make the planets in Star System feel so much more alive, and you can be sure that we'll be flying in those clouds quite a bit once they get out in the PTU Wave 1. The other core tech that is not there, but could be, would be maybe Tier 0 of iCache. We all know that iCache is pretty much done. This is coming from the mouth of Tony Zorovic himself, who, thanks to iCache being mostly completed, he is getting more engineers into his team. Maybe when we are going to get the final roadmap update next week, we will be seeing extra cards in 3.14. I think that we should be expecting that, plus more cards, if not all cards, sent to committed status in 3.14. So there we have it, guys, the comparison between 3.13 and 3.14. Why 3.14 is more meaningful, it's going to have more impact, and it's going to be it's going to have more positive developments to the Star Citizen Alpha compared to 3.13, which, let's be honest, was quite lackluster and pretty much meaningless. But if you have a different opinion, please let me know in the comment section down below as well. Any different opinion is always welcome, as long as it remains mature and respectful. But let me know in the comments down below, guys, which feature are you the most excited for in 3.14? This is, of course, the giveaway related question. As far as I'm concerned, it's gotta be volumetric clouds, but I'm really looking forward to the capacitors, and I really wanted a Constellation Taurus as well. But I don't know, let me know, guys, in the comment section, what are you guys looking forward to the most. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to please help this channel out by liking this video and hit that subscribe button, as it really helps me out with the algorithm. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later. This video is brought to you by the people who support this channel on Patreon and via the join button as well. Supporters of the channel get access to lots of cool perks, such as access to my private Discord, your question answered in the show, you get to know when I'm going to play, and also you get to have a chance to influence the editorial line of the channel. Any help is appreciated, starts at just $1 a month. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.